Baltimore Ravens.
Running backs.
Yes. Immediately, that's the concern with this team.
No, that's the Baltimore running backs.
Well, Matt, they're running out of them. Lamar Jackson is their leading rusher that's returning. J.K. Dobbins had a ton of potential. And just this weekend, he went down with an ACL injury. So now their running game is going to be led with only one mildly productive running back in Gus the Bus Edwards. They have like a bunch of unknowns to like provide any sort of receiving threat because Gus the Bus is pretty solid inside the tackles, but he provides no options at all for.
He's a power back.
Yes. And overall, receiving brings us to our next point here is that the receiving core was something they finally worked on this offseason. They only had Marquise Brown as like a capable guy last year. That did not work out. This team barely had any sort of passing game. They've added Rashad Bateman in the first round, added another third-round pick to try to add some threats to this offense, signed Sammy Watkins. Matt, do you think that will help them and help them improve?
It's an improvement. I think Sammy Watkins got kind of a boost when he was in Kansas City. But I don't think Lamar Jackson's a slouch at quarterback. His gift is his legs. And if he's that's what made him his money. He's getting better as a passer. Now he has the receivers to throw to. So the Ravens offense is looking pretty good from a passing game standpoint. They said that they do not want to sign Todd Gurley, which probably means they're probably not going to sign a guy to jump in and take some carries. If they do sign a guy, it'll probably just be for depth.
And the other issue with Todd Gurley is that at this stage in his career, he's not much of a pass catching back either. And that's the main need they have right now.
Yeah. And defense, they still got it. I mean, they lost a few people, but they still have it. Like, I think I saw Jimmy Smith was hurt for a little bit or out. Is he out for the season?
I think he's just hurt for a little bit.
Well,
but still,
they're going to struggle a few games, but
with or without him, this is a strong secondary. Probably one of the best secondaries in the NFL.
And this is the reason why they are able to make it to the playoffs almost every year. Like, they have a capable quarterback. They have the offensive line-ish to protect him still. I think they took a step back this year, but
it was the year before they really entering 2020, they took a step back when Yonder retired. And they haven't really figured out how to solve that one yet. They haven't found anyone to replace him, so that's the tough test with the offensive line. Just how do they replace Yonder's impact?
But they have probably one of the most solid teams historically in the past 15 years. Like, they've gone through 2 or 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And they made the playoffs and won Super Bowls. Like, I don't think they won a Super Bowl in the last 10 years, but they're always competing. So this team will always compete.
Yeah, this no matter who you have. Super Bowl. I mean, this team's a playoff contender every single year, and they're always in the playoff race. They may not always get in, but they are a contender for this division and a contender for the playoffs every single year.
I think they just get the bad luck of the draw, and then they can't keep up in the division. That's why they miss the playoffs.
Yeah. And I mean, for the most part, really their main question is how do they contend in the playoffs? They finally pulled off a playoff win this year, but they finally made it to the divisional round. So they finally answered
I don't think that they're going to be able to compete with the Browns in the playoffs or Kansas City or Tennessee or even Buffalo. I really think they're probably around the 5th. So they can squeak in a wild card, but I think that's about all they're going to do.
Yeah, they almost look like they definitely seem to look like a wild card team to me too.